The home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Well, here we are again. Another episode of the OCF. That's right, the outlaw of college football. That's me, JPC. In today's class, the lesson is, why would you want to continue to make the same mistake over and over again? You know, what's the old saying? How's it go? If you continue to hit yourself, or you continue to, ram yourself into a brick wall and you get the same result over and over again, isn't that considered somewhat insane? I mean, that's a type of insanity, right? To keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's what you're having here with Urban Meyer and some of his supporters for whatever reason. Urban Meyer reminds me of one of those TV evangelists that everybody knows is kooky and a little flaky and don't have all the bread done, but yet people continue to support them for whatever reason. You just don't get it, man. They're talking about him maybe getting back on the Fox network. Now, I know he just gotten some kind of little Queen of England type spot with Ohio State Buckeyes, because for some reason the Ohio State fan base still has an enamorment with him. I guess it's because he won that one national championship. I know that's what it is. That's what it was with Phil Fulmer when he was with Tennessee. He won that one little national championship. So now they defend Phil Fulmer no matter what. Phil Fulmer could go out in the middle of the street and just run around butt naked and molest somebody's grandmother, and the Tennessee fans would still swear that he was a savior of Tennessee football, although he was not. It was Johnny Majors that brought him out of the doldrums, and then Phil Fulmer took credit for the rest of it. That's another topic for another day, that I beat that horse a long time ago. But Urban Meyer was a success at Florida. He won 2 national championships. There again, football glory. You know, I love college football, and I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not in here to preach about morality. I'm just saying that human decency is required at just about any level, regardless of your religious beliefs. Human decency is something that everybody should have in order to be in a high position like Urban Meyer. I mean, he's in control of a lot of young men's lives that are very impressionable. And a lot of people call them kids, and that's a little pet peeve of mine. I don't call them kids, because if you can serve in the war, if you're old enough to serve in the military and kill people and vote for the President of the United States, you're not a damn kid. Now, they're talking about, now they went from him having a Queen of England type position at Ohio State to possibly getting his job back at Fox. To make room for him, they're going to have to take someone's job, which is bullshit, because he wasn't really that good of an announcer, to be quite honest with you. And now they're talking about there's a possibility. ESPN's like, could Urban Meyer be back in college football as a head coach? And it's like ESPN is joyous about that shit. It's like they're about to wet their damn diapers, and I ain't talking about in a urinating way. I'm talking about another way. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get it, man. The guy's a piece of shit. But ESPN, it shouldn't surprise me, because they went totally left extremist on everybody. And I'm not let's not get into politics too much, but I just want to preface this by saying I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. So don't be thinking, don't come in here trying to label me as a Trumpster or liberal or whatever, because I'm not on either side. I'm on the side of what's right for America, basically, when it comes to politics. I think they should do away with party labels, to be honest with you. Another topic for another day, once again. But Urban Meyer, allows all sorts of crap to go on in Florida that's came out. And it was after Ohio State had hired him. But then he gets caught lying about a domestic abuse situation, and the people at Ohio State and Urban Meyer's people were coming out and telling people like, well, that girl was a little flaky. She was a little soft in the head. She had a loose noodle. I don't care what she had. All I know is that the police initially reported that she was being abused by that guy, and there was some domestic abuse going on, and it don't matter to me what she had. I don't give a fuck if she's schizophrenic, excuse my language. It doesn't give this guy a right to abuse her physically in any way, shape, or form. You know, unless she was just trying to, beat him with a bat or shoot him with a gun, I just don't see it. And he covered that shit up. And Ohio State kept it hush-hush, and they basically forced him out. They won't admit to that shit, but that's what happened. You know, he'll tell you that he quit Florida because he had all these migraines, and he went crazy and was chasing butterflies under the bleachers at the Sugar Bowl or some shit. But that wasn't it. He quit because he just he got stressed out over how Nick Saban was taking control of the SEC. And then at Ohio State, he's one of those guys that thinks because he's a famous coach, and a lot of them are like this, he's a famous coach or a former athlete, they can do whatever he wants. He's like a king in a castle overlooking a village of peasants. That's what he sees us as, a bunch of peasants that we're oblivious to everything he does. But we're not anymore, Urban. That's what all you coaches don't realize. All you coaches that are 50 and above, y'all don't realize how social media has pulled the curtain back. I just don't understand how anybody could fathom hiring him back. And the big rumor is that he's going to be courted by Texas when they force Steve Sarkisian out. Now, Steve Sarkisian only been there a year. And they're already talking about forcing him out. That's your problem, Texas. Hey, you too herky-jerky, and you're still letting them damn stupid boosters control everything. Once you stop letting that shit happen, you'll start having results like Alabama and Georgia and Clemson and teams like that. Don't let the boosters control everything. You can let them have a little bit of say, but don't let them have complete control. And you're going to let them force out Steve Sarkisian. Now, you're going to have that shit all season, I bet. You're going to have that cloud over his head all season. And that makes it hard for a coach to do his job. It's almost impossible. And it makes it to where the handwriting's already on the wall. So basically, to me, my gut feeling tells me that Steve Sarkisian is not going to make it at Texas now just because they've already put that out there. And leave it to Texas to go out and hire a piece of shit, human decency type person, non-human decency type person like Urban Meyer. And when are we going to get it in? When are people going to realize, man, that, I love football just like the rest of you, but football glory and national championships are not important than human decency. You can't allow these coaches and these players to continue to just abuse normal everyday people like we're their peasants in a king's village. All he is a village idiot. And somehow or another he acquired the keys to the castle, and people were just enamored with this guy. It's like I say, he's like a cult figure. He's like a Jim Jones or some shit of college football. I don't know what else to say about it. If they give him another head football coaching job anywhere, I don't give a damn if it's at Slippery Rock University. That's a travesty, because the guy is a piece of shit. Quit hiring Urban Meyer, people. Let me jump back in here and add one more thing. Urban Meyer, not only was he forced out of Florida because of some nefarious things, not only was he let go at Ohio State because he's a liar, he did the same thing at Jacksonville. He went to a bar in Columbus, Ohio, and decided that he wanted to bump and grind on some girl that probably was fresh out of high school or no more than 21 years of age. And then he lied about it. So not only is he a piece of shit as far as a human being coaching football players. Not only is he a coverer up of domestic abuse, but the guy's just a bald-faced liar. And Shad Khan said as much. Like, how can you work with a guy like that? A guy that you can't trust. And that's why Nick Saban was not going to hire this guy when he applied for a job at Michigan State. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as always, KMCA to all the other teams.